Oh boy. Hey everyone. My cough, as you can see, is still lingering after a month from celebration. Today is day 4, the Sunday, and it's the day that you're gonna start seeing me feeling really sick. I had like pins and needles. I'm pretty sure I got sick catching this on the plane going to Chicago. There was this girl sitting next to me who was coughing the whole 3-hour flight, and I'm sure I caught it from that. And by the Sunday, I started having pins and needles. I'm eating cough drops. It was like not fun. But the fun part was being at the show. The turnout was amazing. The people loved using the FFG figures and playing with the Legion scale. A lot of people never heard or knew about this, and it actually made them want to go and buy the game so that they could continue building at home, which is cool. And so the Sunday today, day 4, is also happily and sadly, the first and last time that our little tram from the that goes up and down the bunker existed for 5 minutes before it died. And I was so saddened that for some technical reason the train wasn't working. We had it all planned so that when Scarif was all built, you'd have the transport going back and forth from the Scarif Tower to the landing platform. And as you can see, you'll see it in the video today, and that was the only time that it worked. And then after that, it was like, no more. The things that happen, you know, unexpectedly during the convention when you start planning it and all that. I'm just disappointed that that train cost so much money and we didn't get to use it. So it was like, no, why? Anyway, so this is Sunday's archives that you're going to watch that was filmed on site in Chicago during the convention, live through live Facebook. And so sometimes the quality during the day is not the best. There were lots of dropouts and stuff like that once the public started arriving, because I guess, you know, you're having 40,000 people trying to use Wi-Fi at the same time. It was just terrible. You'll see in this video and in the other diaries that I made, when I filmed the diary early in the morning before the public arrived and at night when the public left, that was the best reception and the best quality that you can actually see. The only downside with Facebook Live is the horizontal framing, so that's why you have the 2 side panels for this. But I did film with the Sony Cam, some HD video that I'll be putting in a separate post later on. And so today, enjoy day 4 of our Battle of Scarif Diorama Builders Workshop from Star Wars Celebration. My name's Frank Diorio. You're watching DioramaWorkshop.com. Hey everybody, Frank Diorio, DioramaWorkshop.com. It is day 4, Star Wars Celebration. It is about 5 minutes before the public runs down this area, like if it was the Amazing Race towards the stage. And this is the only time that I can do live stream before the internet sort of freaks out when there's 30,000 people in the hall. So I thought I'd do an early recap of what I started doing yesterday before being surprised by Steve Sansweet, Rancho Obi-Wan, and my crew with my little Nyub Nyub award there. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I started showing you yesterday. I'm going to flip the camera and you're going to see how the workshop looks from last night. So let me flip here. So we have the tower we're putting up this morning, so that's still here. That will be going in the center. And then we have lots of tiles. Let me put my camera. We have lots of tiles that are done We have the train set up yesterday. It's not running now because the public isn't here yet. And my crew, today is the day that they're all leaving early, or they went to explore a little bit of the convention, because we never have time to do that during the show. So here is what we have done yesterday. We concentrated on this main whole area because of the train. So the train goes from the shuttle here, the little bunker, and the train goes all the way to the end where the tower will be over here. So now that that's done, we're going to fill up this hole tomorrow. We're going to leave it open today in case we have issues with the train. We're going to be able to put it back on the tracks and whatnot. We're going to be playing around with more islands and buildings and really recreating the whole look of Scarif with the connection tracks and all of that. But you can see when you're not looking, like you can see this part is still lots of missing pieces that will be added today. There's pieces drawing over there that haven't been snapped in place, like the puzzle here. But when you look at just say like this section and you see only the tiles, it's pretty impressive. It's really cool what the people did. This is all the fans, the kids, the families. They did this in the space of 4 days. Well, 4 days, it hasn't started the 4th day, so in 3 days. And then we have these little binoculars here. It's so cool what Alyssa made, Akbar Vision, these little stands. And the people can take the binoculars and then they can search and see all the figures up close. So you can actually see, when you're looking through the binoculars, you could see like all the way down there as if the figures were this close to you. So it's really cool on that front. And there's like lots of like little mini scenes that are made that are really cool. I really like this one. It has help. Person who wants to leave the island instead of... I'm gonna go the other way. Hold on, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna try to squeeze in the little gap to show you a little bit closer. And as you see the public, some of the public is starting to trickle in. Hey Dave. How are you?
Good to see you.
Remember last time I mentioned we gave you that custom TIE fighter from Belron?
Yeah. Very cool.
Are you enjoying this here?
Yeah.
You're busy, eh? Have a good one. Okay.
Oh, I got here.
I'm just going to go over here. That was Dave Filoni, the director of Rebels. Let me try to scoot here. Shall I try to turn this on? I'll try. I'm going to flick the on switch. There it goes. Through the tunnels. Our little train. See if it comes back. Hopefully it's going to come back. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Yesterday was funny. This little kid said, "Oh, there's movement in the diorama." So that's cool. Let's go over here. Let's follow it through the jungle. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? So, really neat. And then once this is all filled, it'll break the illusion. We have, all the tiles are pretty much done. There's lots of tiles that are drawing, so that will fill up pretty much this side for the morning, and then we'll have like a full 30 feet over here of what it looks like. So, very nice. Do you know what time it is? Do you have the time? I want to see if I can film you the people running in. Let's see if I can. 9:06? They only come in at 10, right?
Oh, DFTs are coming in at 9:30.
Okay. Okay, well, okay. Okay, they are coming in at 10 or 9:30, so that's still more than half an hour away, so I'm not gonna have you wait to do that. I'll try to film it because I know the reception won't be working at that time. So I'll film it and then I'll post it eventually online. And we're installing in the corner over here a time-lapse camera. We filmed it in this angle yesterday and it's really cool, and now we're going to install it opposite so that we can show how the tower gets placed up this morning and how everything starts taking shape. I want to just show you one more thing that I thought was cool. Is one of our core group, Mark, he is a huge Star Tours and Disney fan, and every year he always brings a version of the Star Tours ride. I'm gonna hold on, look. So this is the Star Tours shuttle crash landing on Scarif, or flying over the palm trees. I think that's just the coolest thing. You put like a little stand, but it looks like it's like flying over the trees. Very nice. So yeah, I think that, you know, when you come up close and you see like all of the figures inside like this, and then you see like way down all the beach and all the palm trees, it's like so cool to look at it like this. The only illusion that breaks is that the tiles on that side are not placed yet, and that there's the gap with the table. But once everything is done and you're like really looking at it in this perspective, it really changes when you bring the camera low like that. And then we gotta let the train come one last time. Here it comes. I love it. Okay, train off. That was my sneak peek before the public arrives. So I have a big day today. It's Sunday. We have to finish everything for tomorrow. So I will sign out now, and I'll try to do a video midday, another live. But as you have found out, the reception once all the public comes in is really bad. You can't really get anything out without having it like severe lag and everything. So worst case, I'll show you tonight before we leave, 7 o'clock Chicago time, what the final, well, almost the final setup looks like, because Monday, tomorrow, the last day, usually 95% is done and people just take photos starting like 11 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. So I'm going to try to do one more update midday, noonish, 1 o'clock, something like that, and for sure at 7 p.m. tonight. So make sure to check that. And thanks Agatha. I think and Jean, all the good luck. It's going to have a lot of it's going to be fun. I can't wait. I'm so glad we came again, and I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Ciao. Frank Diorio, dioramaworkshop.com. Over and out. Bonjour les amis. Well, that sounds a really bad accent. Bonjour les amis, I should say. It is 9:30. Everyone's long gone, including my crew, for the last 2 hours or 2.5 hours. No one is here except Mr. Zamboni man over there. So I hope you can hear me well. I am so exhausted and long day today. The good news is that we're 90% done. The bad news is that tomorrow is the last day, and I wanted tomorrow to be now, which is always the case at the conventions. There's always last minute hiccups, but let me show you the good news. The tower has been, this is the back of the tower, has been set up. I will flip the camera and show you what the diorama looks like so far. It is very impressive, I must say. Flip the camera, there we go. So this is the landing bottom. We still have a few tiles of ocean to paint. Then we're gonna squish this table back in for the final. We have our little pizza rings, I call them, set up. And then you have all the tram going all the way down. So this is one side. I don't know if it's the left side or right side, I forget. And it's very impressive when you look. And then we attached some string here to some paint gallons because we thought that the tower was going to fall, or we were scared that it was going to fall, because if you look up, this thing is really, really tall. I think it's about 10 feet or 12 feet. Here's me extending my hand, and I only reach there, and then it goes up all the way from there more on the dish. And so we're pretty much done. We have only this section here of tile left to do. We're hoping to have the fans help finish that within the first 2 hours, so that at noon we can have from 12 to 3 what we usually have, or picture taking, I guess you can say. A lot of the scenes are placed. There's lots to see. It's hard to zoom with the camera. The little binoculars that we installed there is really fun to get to look at all of the details, the little characters and everything. We have almost all the figures placed. We still have a lot, but oh my god, I had just got a pop-up of the Game of Thrones spoiler, as if I'm going to click on that. There's no way I'm going to watch that until I get home. So this is the back view, and it's pretty cool. Like, you know, you see all the palm trees like I expected that we would build. Then you see all of the ocean, and it really is, even though all the techniques aren't the same for everybody, the result is exactly what I thought it would be. Like when you're in a helicopter or in a helicopter, who rides that? When you're in a plane and you're looking down, right? And you see all the different sort of like depths of the ocean that create all these textures like that. And so that's the same effect that you get over here. We have a few of these little buildings still to put. We got an let me try to go around on the front and see if I can find some close-ups. Here's like some of the beach action over here. It's gonna be hard to, I don't know how we're gonna film inside, to tell you the truth, and we can't really get in there. That at first, and I'll flip while I walk. At first we had like some of the kids who are light enough to walk on the tables, but these tables were really ricochet, and it was very dangerous for the risk of them falling through, so we decided to not do that anymore. Okay, I'm on the other side. Let me flip, and I will give you a panoramic, well, not a panoramic, that's would be a view like this. If I lift it up, hey Greg, it's pretty cool, eh? So this will all be filled in tomorrow, so it'll, you know, the illusion will continue there. Now it stops the illusion, but so look at all of the different islands. Here, I'll try to go like this. The little missing tile there. Some characters. Some cool palm trees. I was surprised that the people had thought that not that the palm trees were difficult, but it took longer than they expected. There's a cool bunker I love. It took longer than expected to make them, so a lot of them would only make like 1 tree or 2 trees for their tile instead of the 6-7 recommended. So when you look at it here, you still see lots of trees, and it still feels very jungle because of all the little aquarium plants and the tapping technique for the different colors and stuff like that. So I wish I could show you like in person. In person it looks so much better than on video. Video is nice. Maybe when I put it on YouTube, when I'm filming with my camera, I'm filming horizontal, so you see more like a landscape, sort of like movie style. Now you're looking at a very thin vertical thing there. So hey, I caught you, Philip. It's pretty cool, eh? And here is the shuttle with the train track rail over here. I hope it's going to work tomorrow. This train has a temperament of its own. It'll work for an hour, then it stops, then it only works every 10 seconds, then it works only once every hour. I don't know what's going on with that, but here we have the land speeder race over here. We have some crates and some fighting action over there, some more these cool ATSTs. These are FFG miniatures that we have. Here's some Wookiee fighting. The lights here in the convention are dimmed halfway when people leave. Oh, I like how they did sort of like a Sith look to this tower. This was pretty cool. The fans, they do sometimes these really nice little Easter eggs. We put Easter eggs ourselves. Like, where's one that I put? It's very simple, but here I thought I'd put one of my favorite movie franchises. So here's the island and the stormtroopers. They're running away because oh raptors. The raptors are chasing them. I like how someone put like little footprints from the stormtroopers. They're very, very smart. And then we have some Jawas over there. We have like some tank things and see just a couple of missing things. The towers turned out good. It's all very dark when you look at it on camera, but in person it's nice. The same thing with the tower. Like, you could see it's gray, but the curtains are black, so in pictures it almost looks like it's black on black, so it's hard to see, and it's so tall. You can see the dish against that Ruby's red thing there, but anyway. And here's Jamie's. Everyone calls it the marshmallow at. They go like, oh, it looks like marshmallows, roasted marshmallows. I wonder if you'll be able to light it up tomorrow and see, because there's lights that are inside that. And then here's some tiles for tomorrow. And then there's Mark's speeder here. I think I showed that yesterday. I think that was ready. Then we have one of the at-ats that is done. That was fan built. And then we have some last minute little tiles over there. So if I go into this corner, I'm really losing my voice. I think I'm getting really sick. I had trouble sleeping last night. So here, if I raise the camera way above my head, this is what it looks like. Almost 40 feet across. And this is pale blue because it's missing tile. So this will blend more with the rest tomorrow. Like here, see the colors match. There's this missing, this missing. So the final diorama will look, I'm gonna flip the camera. The final diorama will look really stunning. The fans already are really impressed. Everyone's worked really hard amidst all of the crazy drama of what we have in the conventions as usual. Oh, I'm trying to close the pole here. Hold on. My pole, I thought it would fall easier. The joys of live. Oh, I'm gonna have to hang it. I'm trying to hook this thing that's on the ground. So here we are. Battle of Scarif, Chicago, Star Wars Celebration. Oh, it was an exhaustive journey, but there's still one more day, a big day. Tomorrow is photo. Well, tomorrow is finishing touches, then photo, then tear down, where all the people get to take home their pieces. Then it's free for all, an hour before the show ends, which I think is 4 o'clock this year because the show ends at 5. And Mr. Zamboni again. And after that, it's the wild escape from the convention center. Thank God I booked my flight for the Tuesday morning, so I don't have to like rush out to the airport at night. I can take it easy a little bit while all the other people run around, and then make sure that I don't forget anything here. Then go back to the hotel and then chill and hopefully have an early dinner. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm off to bed, and I'll give you guys final update tomorrow. Bye, Mr. Zamboni. Bye, people. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching DioramaWorkshop.com. If you want more interactivity, you can follow us on these multimedia platforms. If you have a question about past or future Star Wars Celebration workshops, send me an email at dioramaworkshop.com@gmail.com. If you have a Facebook account, join the official Star Wars Celebration Diorama Builders fan club today. If you like the video, please subscribe, share, and tell your friends to come check us out. If you want to see even more Star Wars Celebration crew coverage, click on the link to warp to dioramaworkshop.com, the official Star Wars Celebration Diorama Builders website.